Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. You see, I was having a discussion with my friend this morning, and I concluded that what is happening to me is idle running. You know, when you run away from yourself, that's exactly what happened. So the problems I had was internal. I caused it, I own it, and I was looking for it. You know how difficult it is. That's what cost us that show. So it's a big lesson. Sometimes before you blame other people, ask yourself what you're doing wrong. Like I said today, let's look at the opportunities Nigeria give to us. What are the opportunities you can see? Not about what I can see, but what you can see. What do you see that is great in Nigeria? That's something we'll be looking at. Let me quickly bring out my guests because we're already here. Mary, you're welcome. Sorry about that. And Evelyn, you're welcome to the show. Like I said, we want to look at the opportunities Nigeria have. We know if somebody tell me what are the opportunities in Nigeria and you begin to count the resources we have, I tell you that person should go to hell. Because in that case, we don't have any resources. The resources, the natural resources God gave to us is oil. The only one we know is oil. How much is oil given to us? Oil is not enough to feed Delta State alone. The Nigerian oil cannot run the affairs of only Delta State, not to talk of the whole Nigeria. I mean, we have countries that is 17.8 million people. Hold on. They're generating how much? Don't even think about how much they make in a year. And you're relying on only 50 billion from oil. I don't think we're even getting up to 50 billion from oil. Before we pay our debt, Mary. And we say we are rich. We're not. But there's opportunities. What are they? That's the question I asked. Maybe to make this job easier and for people to tell me a little bit about the opportunity I can see. I'm not going to wait for other people. I'm sure other people will talk about the opportunity they can see in Nigeria. The one I can see is we have a little problem, which is that of leadership. And it can be resolved only if my vision come to pass. And my vision is a young person, I'm not guessing, a young Nigerian, boy or girl, under the age of 40 is going to run for the president and win it. You see, he doesn't need to win the election with a lot of structure. No. He's going to find that Nigeria are looking for a savior and he's been called upon to come and save us. He will be young, he will be angry, he will be dying for a change, and he will make this country change. And I can see it coming in my lifetime. So it's not going to be far because I'm getting old now. Anything when I say my lifetime, when I talk of my lifetime, you know what I mean? You know what make I talk that one? Because my lifetime, and when I see they active, not even when I see they breathe. If my thing not they work again, not be my lifetime again, because that thing might be my lifetime. A man say see they alive, and the thing not they work. In life don't go. So in my lifetime, I say this is they work. Meaning it's not going to be too long. Mary, can you see that happening?
Okay, I think Netso, there was a bridge there, Togo. Were you asking about the youth, Nigerian youth, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that was my question.
Okay. Sorry, my network was bad at that time. The Nigerian youth can actually get there. That's what I said. Depending on how we come together, right? Do we have the vision of wanting to be there? Another question is, how can we get there, get to that top without these same people that are ruling us, right, becoming the godfathers? Because in a situation whereby you are able, right, to attain a particular position through somebody, they feel like you should be accountable to them. They don't want you to do your own thing. And if you are there and you are still accountable to them, then I see no difference at the case. If a youth is there as a president and you have to account to these elderly ones that have been there, right before time, I see no difference because it is that same vision. They have that same old structure that they will still be putting out there. So I feel like the whole back and forth stuff is not going to change the country. It is how we can revamp the system entirely and bring in the youth with a different mindset, so that because you can't tell me that we've not even had opportunity whereby young people, right, have been in that position before. Just like I cited before, the Niger State governor, is he not a young person? At least we know him to be very young as a governor. What has he been able to do there as a young person? It is one thing to be a young person, it's another thing to have a vision to say, if I am here, this is what I would do. If you ask me that young people, will they in any way be able, right, to attain that position of becoming the president? We can. That is when the art of collectivism, that togetherness, will come together and say, we want to be there. We don't want somebody else to put us there. Let's not go through that route. If we are going to escape that, then we'll go there and make a difference. But if we are going through somebody putting us there won't be any difference that it is. It's still going to
Yes,
be.
I agree with you, Mary. Completely agree with your submission. I agree completely because if somebody now puts you there, you're going to
Yes,
play his game. He who plays the piper dictates the tune. Anyway, Asaba, I
exactly.
wanted you to take a look at your chroma. It was a little bit ugly. If you can check your chroma a little bit before I bring you guys back in Asaba. That was why I put you off a little. I'll bring you guys quickly back, but let you work on your chroma slightly, Asaba. Anyway, like you were saying, Mary, yeah, but that's why I said the guy will win or the woman will, the president will, because I see the president coming. The president will win the election. Not, he's not going to spend a penny. You know what I mean? Meaning he's going to be there because we are looking for a savior. And he will realize that he is the savior we'll be waiting for. And he will work as a savior for us. You see, Mary, you're right. If these old people, and I don't know what they want to, you understand? I use the word in our lifetime. Most of them don't even have life again. Most of these old people, they don't have life again. Somebody who is living on pills. Mary, I just took my pills this morning. No, I took it very late. So I am already on pills. You understand? If I'm on pills, tell me say Tinubu not there on pills. Make I change my name. Do you understand? If I am not even 60 now, I am already on pills. Tell me say Tinubu not there on pills. All of them you see there, they are surviving on pills. We don't need that kind of president. We don't. And there's some reasons for it. You understand? If you look at, like you gave example of the Burkina boy, it's now, I think that boy is a wake up for every young Nigerian. And like I said, once I bring Asaba back, I want to share a video with the house so that we can see that we don't even need to come in the military way.
That's true.
We don't need the military. Yeah, let me quickly add Asaba back. We will live with you guys anyway it is now. Anyway, I know you guys can get your... Anyway, Asaba, welcome to the show. You guys are still in the... You know, Asaba get their own style. Hopefully with time, it will get clearer because Asaba can go blank and on and on. But don't worry, they will correct it.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Engineer
Good
Mark,
morning, sir.
Very wonderful.
morning.
Yes, very wonderful morning, Daddy K. Mary, I've missed you.
Welcome, sir. Good morning.
I've
Yes.
missed
It's
you.
good to have engineer in the studio because we miss engineer.
Yeah.
So engineer, there comes my prophecy that a young person, I tell me about the opportunities in Nigeria. That was my submission. I said, when they talk about Nigeria have opportunities, they say, oh, we are rich. And then I say, what makes us rich? If it is the oil, we are not rich. Because the oil is not enough to feed us. It's too small to feed only Delta State. Not going to feed the whole Nigeria. The money is too small. You know, we're a population of 400 million people. We should be making a minimum. Our yearly budget should be about 400, 600 trillion naira. Right now, we're budgeting 40 trillion, 50 trillion, and we are celebrating. It doesn't make sense. If they say what we generate in a year, you'll be confused. Yeah. But look at Holland, a population of only 18 million. Look at how much they generate in a year. So we are not, there's no opportunity if that is the case. There may be potentials, but there's no opportunities. Because potential remains dead until you bring it out. So, but the opportunity I can see is in the people. Yeah. The people are the opportunities. And when you come to the people, we look at the young people. And I prophesy, and I'm still saying it again, that in my lifetime, I was explaining to Mary what is lifetime. I don't want to hear you. You young people can put your ear away. Lifetime means when my TC they walk. If you know they walk again, lifetime don't go. Not when I see the Brito, when that TC they walk. Now in my lifetime, a young boy or a girl is going to win the presidency of Nigeria without spending a penny. We will spend money for him.
Daddy K.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, I think Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud.
Can you hear me?
Very
Can
loud.
hear
We can hear you very loud. Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. You see, potentials and opportunities, they go together and say, listen, pari passu. Potentials come with opportunities come with potentials. Now, they are intertwined. And Nigeria is a country that is blessed with human resource potential. We have so much human resources that, not to talk of economic resources and so many other resources that words are not just enough to quantify. Now, when you look at the age, I like your projection, but unfortunately, your projection, devoid of ethnicism, devoid of religious bigotry, devoid of circumvention, devoid of the kind of democracy we're practicing. Let me refresh our memories a little. You're talking of the youths becoming president, which is an admonition of a lot of us. You remember, Gowon was president, was head of state at the age of 29.
Yes.
Majority of them Gowon, but Obasanjo was 32. Awolowo, and what's the name? Murtala Mohammed was in his early 30s. Diriara Adwas, and all these people were heads of state and government before they became 35. And at that time, Nigeria was truly Nigeria because the ideology of our founding fathers were very practicable. I've listened to literatures from Ahmed Bello, from Tafawa Balewa, from Nnamdi Azikiwe, from Bafemi Awolowo, and you will weep from the kind of leaders we have today if you listen to. These were, Sardauna of Sokoto was detribalized, Tafawa Balewa was detribalized, Ahmed Bello was detribalized, Nnamdi Azikiwe was detribalized, Awolowo was detribalized. They were united under one conviction, a one Nigeria that will be beneficial to each and every geopolitical zone. Now, look at the history of Nigeria. Unfortunately, sir, I am so pained today because history is no longer in our curriculum. So this generation do not even know much about a country called Nigeria. Because the government that we have today do not think its history should be as compulsory as maths and English if we must move this country forward. But now it's not in the curriculum. 90% of schools in Delta State do not teach history. They don't even have history teachers. They don't even have history graduates again in our universities. Now, what you are submitting is only going to be realistic in a practicable democracy. Why do I use that word? Do you know the same people that were part of the government that took power from us, that took power, that were in government in their 30s, their late 20s, are the same people that are still struggling to remain in government today, even in their old age, even in their everything that they function again, they still want to hold on to power. They want to shuffle themselves around the corridors of power in any capacity. Somebody that is a senator before will come and take the position of an appointment of SSC because he wants to be relevant. The same people that told us they've ruled us from their 30s into their 70s and 80s, from analog to analog, not to digital, and you expect the country to move. You expect the opportunities to be annexed. You look at opportunities are content-based. The opportunities everywhere. But the moment the oil boom came, we lost our sense of reasoning in leadership. The thoughts, you can imagine. I saw a newspaper cutout of 1958 or 1950? But you know the heading? Britain, UK, where you are, Britain was begging Nigeria for assistance in 1958. Britain, I saw the newspaper cutout, I wept.
We had so much money.
Begging Nigeria for assistance.
We had so much money.
And there was a seminar in London. There was a seminar in London. Fela's mother was one of the resource persons. Nanda Zikiwe was one of the resource persons. We had about 5 Nigerians that were resource persons in London on the invitation of the British government to discuss how Nigeria was going to borrow Britain some money. And I was shocked that the same Britain that people are running to today they were asking for assistance from Nigeria at such a time.
Yes,
that means something is wrong.
It does that you can spend naira. You can spend naira on the street of London. Naira. If you carry naira, with your agbada,
you can spend it on the street of London because it was powerful then. And look at what we are faced with now. The oil boom came with blessings and curses.
No, with a lot of
look
curses.
At the people that are bought.
Let's not hide it. It came with curses, and that's what we're dealing with now. Because our leaders, I don't know whether we have leaders, and perhaps what I really want to think is that you cannot blame Tinubu at his age. Buhari was confessing at the end of the day that he would have done better if he were still younger. But why did you run for the president?
Why did you run for the presidency 4 times? Why did you not encourage the younger Nigerians?
Tinubu is here again. They won't even let Tinubu go. Now, we're not looking for, I don't care whether Yoruba or anything. Is it so? Listen, someone like me, I listen to this guy now, Sanusi, and I said, oh my God, is this person a Nigerian? Sanusi was addressing a place here in London. If you listen to him, I am so proud to be a Nigerian. I was so proud to be a Nigerian.
He's one of the best people from northern Nigeria. It's a moving encyclopedia. And that was why I had a problem with CBN, with the government when it was. So he speaks the truth. So Sanusi has a history.
I saw a young man that made me to raise this issue. Let's watch this guy. Okay. I mean, the guy was speaking, he was talking, and I can say to him, I don't know you. This video is from Arise Television, and I hope Arise will allow you to share this content and just take a look at it. What I want to say is this young man, what he has spoken here, if this kind of young person will run for president, he will win. And I want to say, where are people like this? Okay. Why are you people afraid? That is why I'm playing this video. And I hope whatever Arise do, I don't mind. But I'll play the video anyhow. Let's check.
An NNPC. So, and then by 2027, President Tinubu's administration will be 12 years, or APC will be 12 years put together. Imagine living in a government of renewed hope and experiencing the kind of unfortunate hopelessness that Nigeria is experiencing. So it is difficult for you to explain what the federal government, the APC-led government is doing, but I can give you some. A government that knows that more than 100 million persons were living in multi-dimensional poverty by the end of Buhari's administration came into power, and the first priorities were deciding to renovate a vice presidential home for 20-something billion, purchase of new private presidential jets, a presidential yacht, renovating the villa, money for purchase of SUVs for the office of the First Lady, which is not even a legally recognized, constitutionally recognized office. So when you see the frivolities and wastages in government, and then that same government in turn begins to ask the people to make sacrifices. So it is we who will think of what to do for our country, while the leaders continue to live in luxury and affluence using taxpayer money. Look at the National Assembly. Immediately they shared monies for themselves and purchased bulletproof SUVs, one for more than 160 million. Yet the minimum wage of that country is 70,000 naira. And that is a country where leaders are still demanding sacrifice from the people. So at what point does this sacrifice end? At what point does President Tinubu, his cabinet, the senators, and his government begin to make sacrifices? The president is a former governor. He's on life pension from Lagos State. The vice president is a former governor. The senate president is a former governor. So with all the resources that are shared, 60% of Nigeria's corruption is administrative. Inflation of government contracts, budget padding. Who is sanitizing and fighting that corruption? But you cannot say anything because the government does not even feel beholden to the people. And that is why no matter how much Nigerians continue to cry, it falls on deaf ear. Why? Because they know that the electoral system can still be manipulated to rig people back into power using also the Nigerian judiciary. So if I have the ears of any Nigerian politician right now, I will want them to know that power is transient. You cannot be in power forever. If you don't leave power, power will leave you. Nigerians are not demanding for too much. We only need a country to live. As a Nigerian youth, demanding for a better country, I'm not a criminal. There are known criminals that are not being attended to. But once you voice out against the government, they come after you. So Nigerians must decide whether we want to live as slaves in this country or we want to live as freeborns. And that is why I'm telling you that this 30-day challenge must not end with just the 30-day rants. There must be maximum civil pressure on the authorities. Number one, we must reform our electoral process. That is the backbone of corrupt politicians. They know that they can meander their way into the public office without consequences and accountability. So if I'm talking to Nigerian politicians, I'm telling them, your time is up. You either do the right thing for this country or a generation of young Nigerian leaders will wake up and will succeed where you people have failed woefully and continue to fail us. Because Nigerians are hungry, Nigerians are dying, the tension is palpable and the frustration, and the leaders are completely detached from the reality. It is unfortunate, but we as Nigerians must find the wisdom and the courage to fix these institutions, or else we continue to remain victims of these institutions.
Moguna, help me look for her. You see, Mary, no. This young man spoke, and he spoke from his center. Knowledgeable, deep. These are the quality I'm looking for.
Well,
the quality is there.
I made this video. I know him as someone who creates content. He's a content creator. He says things that makes people laugh, right? So he has his own video content creation and all of that. So see him talking about politics, like, it means that, wow, youth are really standing up. They are really rising up, right?
In fact,
because you know that it's no longer funny for people. You can see that intellectually he's very sound. With facts. He was stating it with facts. And that's which
the only reason which he has identified, the only reason why old people are still in government is because of INEC. The only reason is our fraudulent electoral system. If our electoral system were to be free and fair.
Before we talk of changing the old people, let's start with INEC. I've always said it. The electoral system needs to be revamped first. Before you can't shift those old people. You need to start by changing the INEC officials first before you think of saying you want to remove any of the old people there. Because whether or not you like it.
But besides changing the INEC officials, Mary, change now it is the same resign.
Oh, network.
Extension
I know.
Parties in power, INEC. So it's a total reformation. I watched this interfacing with the Labour Party, what's her name? Mrs. Kingibe. I watched him when they went to prison. They are spoken, they have himself and their VDM. There are people that are trying this. He's spoken the art of a lot of Nigerians. Now, we need a total electoral reform. We call it Independent National Electoral Commission. How truly independent is INEC? How are they independent? That is why you see each time we have an issue with our educational sector, with underfunding and all that, I don't bet an eyelid, because the people that pronounce most of these fraudulent results to Nigerians are professors. They're from the ivory towers. So let them be victims of the pronouncement. Yes. Yeah, let them be victims of the pronouncements they made. Now, looking at INEC critically, I sit down and weep for Nigeria every day, because any truly independent electoral umpire would do the right, honorable, dignified thing in election. INEC promised us that 2023 election was going to be the best elections Nigeria are going to be seeing. We're going to be voting, and our vote will be reflecting and our votes were going to count. I was shocked. On election day, IREV machine stopped working. IREV machine stopped working. The manipulations, 48 hours to the election. Daddy 48 hours to the election. The computer guy that was in charge of the computer unit in INEC was removed and replaced with their stooge. 48 hours. You bring somebody that was not part of the system.
Yes.
And you expect us to have a fair result. Now, when they saw the uproar by Nigerians, they had to do the needful during the governorship election. But it was clear their intentions, it was not what we voted for that was reflected. And that is why I like what this young man did, or what he's doing. For him to have gotten to the National Assembly, she met the Mrs. Kingibe. They met yesterday or day before yesterday. They talked. He submitted. Mrs. Kingibe responded. I was going to present it to the larger house. And this young man, they are giving. It's been on channels. It's been on Arise to discuss issues like this. I pray and hope that it will be taken seriously, because the class of politicians that we have, because they are a cabal, it is difficult for any form of serious policy to be implementable or actions to be taken on that. And that is where we have an issue. We cannot have a truly reflective Nigeria that we want, the kind of Nigeria you and I project, the kind of Nigeria that our founding fathers project, until these institutions. We're talking of INEC. What about the judiciary? Which is because the judiciary has become an arm.
INEC is judiciary. The umpire is the judiciary. Because INEC cannot do anything if the judiciary is not silent. You understand? There was a show we presented here when I talk about the most important, the only government. Sometimes we talk of executive. Executive is not a part of government. You understand? Legislature is not a government.
It's legislation and judiciary.
Government is the judiciary. Nobody.
Legislature is part of it. Legislature do what they do for financial gain. Legislature is part of it.
Yes. All of them do what they do for financial gain.
I know.
For financial gain, that's the problem.
If they fail,
if you don't agree, your lives have been threatened. Mary, lives have been threatened. Yeah. We know how these things work here. Okay, do you know majority of, look at the mockery of judiciary in Edo State. With all the overwhelming evidence, the appeal court still struck it out. They are going to the Supreme Court. You can look in. I found out that Nigeria is the complexity of the kind of democracy we have in this country.
Court, and which of the courts?
Thank you. How you want it win?
How you want it win?
Now we get court.
Yes.
In fact, the serious responsible
it's in
for
charge.
Me to say that here, but it is wicked court. That's what we know.
Daddy K, how can you have a democracy without opposition? When governors wake up, ministers wake up, National Assembly wake up, they dump the parties that brought them to the assembly and say, I want to align with President Tinubu because of what is. You can align from the opposition party.
Yes, exactly.
You can be in an opposition and still support.
Align with what? What are they even aligning with? Align with what? What is Tinubu doing that you need to align with? And I really look at this government. Perhaps we'll take
talked about something like
they want
the attraction. I've forgotten something. There was something Mary said.
Yeah.
Now, until we make our democracy financially unattractive, let it be service oriented. Most of these things you and I are talking about will be difficult. Look at we have people that have
money game is a money game. It's a money game. If we are not talking about money in this
money and power. It's not it's a power game. Some people are power.
Like what the young man said, if you listen to what he was saying, do you know how much they spend in buying SUV?
They love to be seen. Yes, they love to be seen, to be carrying 6 mopo, blowing siren and all that. What is all that?
A country where Tinubu was saying he cannot pay 70 million minimum wages. They are buying SUVs for all the. Look at how much of that is. Maybe the money Tinubu want to borrow now is to buy more SUV so he will win the next election. Tinubu will buy all of them. I was watching something on my Facebook now, which is a trending video. Akpabio was singing. He was praising
Saturday
Tinubu that he has won. Tinubu has won.
Daddy K, yes, that exactly that he has won for elections that we've not had. Daddy K, I went to Saple on Saturday. I traveled and I wept. You know why? Daddy K, can you hear me? Because you can
hear you. We can hear you.
Yes, Daddy K, I wept. Why did I weep? They said the governor is doing and that they've done so much route. Do you know from
all right,
Junction, there's so many bad spots on that road. There are so many bad spots. And I was driving and looking and thinking. I was saying that look at these arable lands. Can't some of these honorable members come and have integrated farms where they can employ youths? All they think about is lounge. Where they will build lounge, build club, a nightclub where they carry women to. Can't we look at arable lands? And our lands in Delta there, called Delta, is very fertile. Nobody's saying it. The roads are that bad. Then what is the government doing about it? I wept because when you say somebody is working, yes, I want to see the work spread, not social media work. When I look at some of their aides, talk about the workings of governors, the workings of it's painful. From Abbey, from Kwale Junction, Abbey Junction, through what do they call it, Emuno, going towards Abraka, you will weep again. And we have a state government in power, and they bring a lot of propaganda. So these are the things we're talking about. You cannot fight these people because they all have come to one party. It becomes difficult. When they meet in the night, party is supreme. It's when election is coming, I told someone of these talks, I told him yesterday, I said, if you want to test whether your principal truly loves you, tell him you want to marry his daughter. It is not only when you tell him, Osef, I want to marry your daughter. Then that's when you test if he truly loves you. Not the election time, they will carry gun, give you and carry this one, give you and will carry. But tell him you want to marry his daughter.
To talk. Mary said, "Not for them." Evelina Mary, but and made them they build hotels. Now they make this one they build only hotels. They don't remember
money and power. Money and power.
Now they can only hotel. All of them get hotels. I don't want to mention name here. All of them get hotel, nightclub. And
in fact, I've never seen, and they don't even
forget
that.
Asabana, for example, all the hotels when you go see small Yahoo boys, small girls. They did it in lodge. And these people are still in government.
They have business, but they privatize. They don't want to make it a state-owned business.
Maybe I think the problem is this. You've just said the problem. You identified it. That these people, now the same old people. Buhari, you remember when Buhari became first head of state? I was a child. I was still a child in Bende. We were in Bende State. You know the song we sang? General Buhari, you are welcome to Bende State, the home of culture and hospitality. We wish you a happy stay. May your period of office be a pleasure to all Nigerians. These were songs we sang as children. Buhari became my president when I'm already an old man. You see the problem?
And they told you are the future leaders.
In fact, they don't destroy my destiny. Now my children own now the day after because my own is gone. It's not the children. You see, so this is a time when the song I sang, it's a child though. You know, as a child, you remember things. And now I will remember. But that was a song, we were holding placard. General Buhari, you're welcome to Bende State. That is the thing I can remember of that man. Today, he just left presidency. Tinubu went on when the West don't finish. Tinubu, oh God. No, Nigerians, we are the cause of our problem. We are the cause of our problem.
We are.
If we have a young man like this, not confident enough now to run for president because he knows he's not going to win. You know why? Because that becomes the decision. That becomes his belief, and that becomes a decision we make. I want to tell him that he can win. How do we do that? That should be the question of today. Now, I know many young, vibrant people like this, they can win the election. Now, how do we convince them they can win? Because you're not going to give me money to vote for. I'm not going to vote for Tinubu if you give me $2 billion. I'm not voting for him.
Of course.
So, this is it. So, if you have people like me, and we now begin to educate people, this kind of young boy will become our president. And things will be better. In fact, I'm not voting because of him. I'm voting for the future of the country. Why can we allow somebody who was, when I was a child, look at my head, now because I baba, gray don't fool everywhere. I'm no more a child. I was a child when Buhari was head of state. Look at how they rotated it. Tinubu went, Obasanjo went on finish. He came back. But they say Obasanjo, if they claim say the old man, so I'm gonna say, Baba, I not took the blame him because they force him, they call him back. But you should have even refused it, that you are too old. There is no way.
You go blame him, or not be the same person. He wanted a third term. You say you're not to blame him. Blame him. Not be greedy. He wanted
a third term. Yes. Now if they get mad, they talk. The Baba say they talk. But at least if they put 3 things for granted, you go see choose one. But Obasanjo third term alone. Now that man for ruin this country for burials. If now this Agbabi oscillate, Obasanjo would have been. In fact, we foresee the day under Obasanjo rule.
His problem is Atiku, but the both of them were ones reading them.
Don't be surprised if
the man for don't die, maybe one boy for don't take gun shooter. Because a time will come. The thing that is surprising me, if I be Tinubu, I for day worried. With what is going on in Burkina now, are you not afraid that a young boy in Nigeria, if not the khaki boy, may just get up? And if he starts, people will support him. These guys are not thinking. They are very comfortable. What made them believe that khaki boys cannot take over Nigeria? As it is. Look at what is happening in Burkina. People in Burkina begin to see real life, real governance. And we are here. See, what is surprising me is, what is there to celebrate in this Nigeria? What is there? Other than the people, other than Afrobeat. Wait, let's talk. If you leave Nigeria, other than Afrobeat and Nollywood movies, there is no one good thing that comes out of Nigeria. Not one.
And because our fashion is doing well, though.
Yes, fashion.
Our fashion, yes.
But I know the fashion, no, they never even enter the real trend. If you reach UK, you know they see African fashion in that extent. The African fashion week that just went, it be like joke. They are just about to do another one now. So you can imagine the potential where it will be if we get a government like engineer was telling us the other day. Do you know the potential of Nigerian tourism? What we have in Nigeria that will be dragging people to Nigeria. Turkey, if they tell you how much Turkey made from tourism, now even UK, you know people come to come and see Buckingham Palace, to come and see London Bridge. London Bridge, not bridge. That London Bridge, when they talk of that bridge, when I come, I go there. Maybe the next time we do a show, I'll be there and I will join you guys from there. What is in London Bridge that the world is coming to see? Whereas our true historical fact, our festivals are dead. Because we don't have people. No, all that Tinubu cares is the small money that's coming from oil. All of them going is how much is the oil money? PDP share the money. Now it's APC share the money. It got to change. Nigerians, we can only change it if we change this set of old people. And I mean it. At least if nothing change, we could change them first. Because you cannot do the same thing and expect a different result. Tinubu was expired. It's not your president. How can you get something new? It's the same corrupt practice. Tinubu don't understand anything other than corrupt. To buy people over, and he's buying the whole country.
Even if you say we should send out the old people away. If they don't know what to do, if they leave, they'll put their children. They are started introducing their kids.
No, their children say don't buy out. Their children are tired. I think. Listen, which children? May they bring them.
That's the annoying.
And they see the influence of Tinubu's son now. Maybe small time go run for governor of Lagos State because that's what they're planning.
That's what they're planning for.
He's going to be governor of Lagos State, and he's going to challenge him. You see, you know what is so painful to me?
Yeah.
My pain today is, now it has come to a point where young people think they cannot win the next election. I'm saying that becomes the decision you make, and it is the wrong one. Let me repeat that. Now we've been beaten so much that we believe that we cannot do it. And it does not become a decision. You know, when you are afraid, the thing that can kill a man is fear. A man that is afraid will die quicker. Because you are afraid. Any small thing will take your life. If you say death, come, I will deal with you. You'll be fighting death. In the Bible, Jacob was saying, I will not let you go unless you bless me. He hold angel. You will not leave this place until you bless me. We need that level of bravery. Sometimes when I see the Ibrahim, the Waka, they fear. I'm always afraid. It made them not kill this boy. Because I'm wondering, where is this security? Where is the security? You understand? But the boy know they shake. You need to be strong to try that boy. You understand? So
I love his. It's not, they wouldn't kill him because, you know why? Because he has opened their eyes to the reality of what the economic slavery that they have been under the French government. He has opened their eyes to their potential. He has opened their eyes to what they have to do moving forward. So we are looking at the situation. You spoke well, but you see, Mary, myself, Evelyn, Marvelous, we're in Nigeria. We understand the trajectory of governance as it is. It's very comfortable in UK that your vote does count. Now, reference 2023, I made was no, the result that was announced. The very first time I saw the elderly, the sick, carry me go, I won't go vote. I won't go vote. There was a movement. Yes. 2023 was a movement.
It was.
Now people voted their conscience. Yes. People voted and they expected the vote to count. But INEC, what you have asked the youths, the electorate to do, can only be practicable in a society where the institutions are strong.
No,
we can vote.
I don't think hope is lost, engineer.
Can the
engineer
in the local government
is not lost?
Yes.
Imagine if we had followed.
But
now we know we have a problem. It's to make sure we follow the result and make sure they don't change it. That's one thing. And another thing, we need to educate some more people.
It is difficult here that these people
even if they don't change the result,
they will announce another one.
Do they have belief in themselves? Yeah. Because majority of them will still want to depend on these old people.
Yes, the youth.
They'll be like my godfather.
Yeah,
they still want to remain loyal.
That is it.
You see it. If only the youth can believe in themselves that I can do this, I can stand on my own without the backup of these people, then we'll start moving forward. Because majority of them will still want to be loyal. That's the thing.
You are right. Because in the UK here, my son, the moment he's going to be 16, he want to leave the house. We tell him stay. He want to leave. He's preparing already. The boy is 14. He said at 16, I'm leaving. To where? I want to stay on my own. Because at that 16, you have the right to rent your own house. If you cannot pay, government will even pay for you. You understand? You're treated as an adult. And you cannot go hungry. And there's job everywhere. So the boy does not depend on me at that time. He doesn't care. If I like, I can go. I can only support him or I will let him go. At that moment, to be honest, Nigeria, that one say over respect. Young people should stop it. If you are doing something stupid, do not obey me. I always say to my, do not obey me. Because I will not be here when you will suffer the repercussion. Some of the things my father had done is gone now. I'm dealing with it. So I must not obey what they say I must obey. Maybe it's time for us to change that as well. So children can have that confidence to say, no, I'm not following you. Because the only problem here now is some people have so much money, ill money, that they cannot defend. Now, I don't know whether you've been to your village. If you go to any village now, you begin to look around. If not be Yahoo boys, not politician.
Exactly.
You will never see somebody that work and is making money legitimately and is doing well. You will not. In fact, if you see now, that person will be forced to join politics because the amount of money coming from politics is too much. You cannot play. You cannot pretend. A village fool you saw yesterday, he became a House of Assembly member. Look at it, they built country home. Tell me why the boy will not follow suit.
Yeah.
And perhaps that is another thing. I don't know. But I still believe that if young people, what happened in 2023, if we continue and we build on it, a young man will win this election. Come on. He will win this election. Because Tinubu was scared though. The first time the establishment was shaking. It was only Peter. Only Peter. Peter was the one that made the change. But imagine a young boy like this. Clean, clear, that speak and people listening. Come on, man. We win this election. We win this election.
It's possible.
I even want Peter to give way now.
Achievable.
Peter is already too old. Peter could give way. Sorry. I want a younger person. The energy, the anger these children are coming with, we don't have it. Sorry. What a child see now, his energy, his thinking are going to be wrong. Some of them is going to make some harsh decisions, but maybe that's what we need. It takes us nothing today say, okay, I am your president. The only action Tinubu will take that will be decisive is if he consign oil. He make sure there's 4 billion that protect oil for him. If you are a governor and you're misbehaving, you will be removed. That's why now they blame Delta State governor. I don't blame her because see what happened to Rivers. If you don't follow Tinubu, you are going to go. If you don't bow to Tinubu, in fact, there's never been a dictator like Tinubu. He's doing it in a political way. Sometimes they say a coup, that you plot a coup. Either you plot a coup with gun or you use money to buy the. Either way, you've got into power with a coup. If you don't get the vote, if the thing that brought you to power is not the legitimate vote, you just got to there by a coup. You bought it. And you can either buy it or you carry gun to do it. Now, I tell Evelyn one day, say, Evelyn, as you did then, I know very much, my daughter. If man wants to sleep with you, now 2 ways. Either I give you plenty money, you can say you're safe here, I put gun for your neck. Either way, na coup, na rape. There are 2 ways to rape a woman. The law has even recognized it now. What did they beat PDD for now? PDD didn't rape any woman, but he has influenced them. He has a lot of money. So even if you take woman, money take, go on, you do the thing, na rape. If you put gun, na rape. So perhaps that law need to, in fact, the legal reform, the new law of the Nigerian state is, if you win election, if you buy our vote, it should be treated as a coup, punishable by death. That is one thing, because you're going to use that to destroy people's destiny. Legitimately, they're going to use the word legitimately, but you just bought it. What's the difference between a boy carrying a gun and say, give me power? What's the difference? People don't want you. They didn't ask for you. You force yourself in. If you buy it, you force yourself in. And that is one of the major things we need to address in this country. How do you get to power, sir? How did you get there? Look at Okowa of yesterday. Okowa that was very tiny voice. When it became Okowa change, the man was showing muzzle because of what? Money. It's not Okowa didn't have any power. Governors don't have power just because governors, they don't have power in Nigeria. But you know what they have? They have money. All the allocation coming and the whole lordship, they can buy anything. If our presidency is even better than them. Because it's always on the Nigerian president. Nobody look at the governors. If they tell you how much goes to these states and how they abuse it, you will be crying for the country. So and the question is, even if we get a good president, it's not going to solve the problem. Until we get good governors, Nigerian problem is there. There's limit to what the president can do. Look at Tinubu came to power and say, okay, Let us make sure allocation go to the local government. Their money goes to them. The governors are fighting. Give me the reason why a governor will get up and defend that he want the money to come through him. Local government money, you say may they come through you. Why? Explain to us. You have your own money coming to you. You said the local government, oh, doesn't come through you, then there's no democracy in Nigeria. Or maybe you're bad. Because sometimes this na system na fly. So it's a disaster, and it has to stop. It has to stop. And a time will come where I think young people will be so angry. I don't know what's going to make people angry enough, maybe, to come on the street again. And to blame Nigerian kids, the days where they go on the street to hold the country to ransom, you can't do this, you can't do that, I don't think it's working. What I want to propose is, I don't even want people to come on the street again. Organize now. Oh God. Mary. Organize now. Unite under one umbrella. Come back with a candidate. This is not time to go on the street anymore and they will shoot at you. They will shoot. Tinubu will order the people to shoot. The only time Tinubu will be able to talk, he said enough is enough, is when the children are outside. Children came out to complain, sir. We are hungry. Don't do this, Baba. Don't do. They're talking to you like a father. You say you bastardize them. What can they do? So young people should not come out. That's not what I'm looking for. I want you guys to run for the offices now. Oh, look at what happened in Delta State. It was the effect.
Daddy K, talking about younger people.
Yes, no.
Talking about younger people running for the office. I think we should start more from truly strengthening our institutions first. Because let me tell you, with a lot of vox pop that we have done, I found that people have lost interest in our democracy. People have lost credible people. They are scared because the kind of politics we practice.
They don't want belief. The problem is belief.
They're not coercion. No, the system don't make them lose hope. Nobody wants to die. Now look at it. If, as a young person now, maybe somebody in the 30s wants to come and rule, is projecting himself. The state, they can even use state-sponsored institutions to fight you. They can use the security agents to attack you. They can kidnap your family. So they can kidnap your family. They can kidnap your. They will threaten you. I've seen them. Some of them that wanted to try come out for us for assembly. They've received threat calls. Their families, their wives are threatened. Their children are threatened. They tell them the schools their children are, that this is where the church you attend. If you don't remove your hand for this, okay, come, make we pay you how much you don't spend. Nigeria is soured. Our political climate is soured. It's not the way it is in Stena clients in Europe and the UK. Soured. True Democrats cannot project themselves because there is no value for life in this country. That's why good men can't come out to project themselves for electable positions. Nobody wants to lose his wife. Evelyn, my wife, for example, now, will I want to lose Evelyn because of power when I know I can be comfortable with my work and do? I wouldn't want to lose her. I wouldn't want to lose Marvelous. I wouldn't want to lose Mary if any of them is my wife, for example. My children, I wouldn't want to live. I wouldn't want a mobile policeman to be escorting them to school. Even when they want to get you with mobile police, they will still get you. So state-sponsored crime is more prevalent in the society. Who killed Delegiwa? You remember Delegiwa? Remember Bola Ige? Those are state-sponsored crimes that have not been solved till today. So good men don't want to come to our kind of politics in the UK. Can they come and win elections here? They will send you to your early grave. Both diabolically, both physically. The same Nigerian youth will tell you, say you the Chris. Now my chairman position, you won't come you. Like wait till they worry you. You want more run into you and your family. They would look, your family comes first. Life comes first before service. So our kind of democracy here needs total reformation. We need to reform the institutions. We need to transform. Where is the National Orientation Agency? What you are saying now, the National Orientation Agency should be saying it. Round the 36 states, and all the 776 local governments be announcing a need for a political revolution and evolution, like what this young man was craving for, and what you see people like them VDM doing. You have to be fearless. You have to be ready to die before you want to say you want to come and rule in this country. The aged do not. You are dead. Now here you go see say person went on be senator before, will come state, come take smaller position. They don't care. They just want to be relevant.
I know.
Somebody that has been governor.
I know.
Somebody that has been good.
Okowa went to Senate.
Governor.
He's going back as senator. Okowa want to go back as senator.
So they don't even want that.
Look at that dead man. He want to go back as a senator. Okowa want to go back as a senator.
Look at some of them. Yes. Have you listened to some of their children that they have imposed on us as commissioners, as SSA, as National Assembly members? Have you heard them communicate? You weep for this country. That because you were a governor, because you were a former governor or a former senator, does that qualify your son or daughter to be electable? People have compromised. Now former governor picking leave and make you just go. Nowhere, we'll find one position, give you. We'll find something, give you. So we have thrown meritocracy to the dogs. We have thrown meritocracy out of our lexicon. It is no longer about who is competent. It's about who is in the cabal, who can fit in, who can deliver, do their dirty jobs for them. It's about who is ready to compromise. Some of them, okay, talking about women, for example, you're talking to Mary and Evelyn, young women should come into politics and all that. Let me tell you, Adike, except you want to defy your status as a female, I don't advise any female to go into politics in Nigeria. They go, do you. They talk about them until we have some honorable female politicians, but majority will not tell you this. They sacrifice themselves, that dignity of womanhood, for political positions and political power. How practicable is that? It's not about the ideology. Because they have seen that power, when you look at if we reduce the cost of governance, reduce the value of governance, the value of governance would improve. The cost of governance, the remuneration for political office holders, if we reduce it, that is when you will be able to be telling that the young ones should come. And people will come out, people that truly want to serve will come out to serve. But with what they are earning, in the UK, those in the House of Commons, do they have constituency funds for themselves? Do they share wheelbarrow? Do they share air dryer? Do they share sewing machine? Is that constituency fund? Is that what they use it for? In the UK where you are, sir?
No way.
Look at the contrast. They will give them constituency fund. Let's say 200 million, for example. That's why most of them are building hotels. Go around. Most of the hotels in Nigeria now, politicians get up. Then you go and use 30 million to buy peanuts, souvenirs. I call those things souvenirs. Go and buy souvenirs for your constituents. Then the other one you go put them for your hotel. Don't have any business having to reach that constituency fund. Our constitution is faulty.
You see, we need to look at the problem I have is not even, I don't even have problem with how much they pay themselves. You know my pain. When I sit down and I cry for Nigeria, it's not even how much they are earning or how much they are even corrupt doing.
That is the attraction.
Their inability to generate money. That is my pain, oh.
Exactly. Yes, that's been your pain all the time.
You can make money, then you can spend. My problem is Buhari, old man, Buhari has seen in his life since they born him, or there's money coming from oil. So when he became president, he took over Ministry of Petroleum. Because that is what he understood. Buhari does not understand any other thing more than that. Same thing at Tinubu now. Tinubu, who is supposed to be an accountant, that can be able to tell us how much we can make from agriculture. Tinubu does not care. Only thing when he hear, Tinubu go react. In fact, with fear, so they joke when it be matter, Tinubu not they play. The same thing with Obasanjo. About to order people to go to the Joland and kill them. When it become oil matter. Other than that, they are very good men. You see, it tells you only one thing. That is why I'm blind. My problem is, so what I'm saying to you people is, I'm not even worried about you, Mr. President, you, Mr. Governor. I'm not worried how much you steal, My problem with you is you cannot even generate money.
How much you are generating?
And the money is around you. Oh my God. You see, you know how much we make from only agriculture Nigeria. Only agriculture.
Why couldn't Buhari bring back the granite pyramids?
Thank you.
Take us back to farming.
And make money.
The granite pyramids.
Steal money. I said steal.
When
I tell them, steal more money.
All the northern leaders that we made. Why can't they bring back the cotton fields in the north?
Let me show you one distressing image today. Let me show you one distressing image. This is Kano State. Look at this one.
Yes.
You know what they have here? This is the governor of Kano State. I'm sure he's not displaying what he has done.
These things are not necessary. I hate propaganda.
You see this kind of foolishness? This is the foolishness that hurts me. So the beautiful thing in Kano, the money that could be made in Kano, all you show us is the houses you build. Ask the Mumuna where the money come from. Muna help me take Hausa Asa.
Oh yeah.
You see our problem? If as at the time now say, Delta State governor don't build all the bridges, he has made over. Delta State is generating 100 trillion and he has spent 70 on bridge and he has stolen 30. We won't care.
I'm telling you,
how much has he made? How much has the governor of Delta State made? More than Novus. How much you don't make?
Nothing.
I'm not go a bit. What did we talk here? Munafi verse. But our problem is we love this country and we love you. You are our brothers. You are still our sisters. But you cannot be showing us what is this? What is this rubbish? Is this development? So if they call a governor out, Nigerians, if they call them out and what they tell you is the bridges, the houses they built, I beg, wake up. If they will be telling me, if not Daddy Chris, you know Daddy Chris will ask you, okay, this money you spend here, where the money come from? You know, all this small oil money when they share give you, when all this anything, now you take construct this one. Bros, you try. But what if we make money? You see, the Kano State can generate over 300 trillion a year. A year. Kano is one of the richest states in the country. But all the governors doing is waiting for allocation from Abuja. The money from Abuja is not rich now, my brother. But we'll face the fact first. If we can identify our problem in that light, then maybe we'll know what to demand from them even. As it is, we don't even know what to ask from them. Because a governor, before the governor to come out and show this, then to tell you how he's thinking, it's not his fault.
Daddy Chris.
Yes. This cannot be his fault. Let me see whether... Are you there?
I think that's the governor of Yobe.
Yeah. How many
was this Yobe?
Governors?
Okay.
How many governors for it?
Yobe Governor Boni.
Boni Haruna.
Yes.
I thought it's even Kano because
how many of them? How many of your governors there? What you call? How many of them have private jets?
He has a private jet, right? Why would he have a private jet? And this is the thing I'm
asking. How many of them have private? Do you know anytime there's a function in Asaba that attracts state governors and top if you know Nigeria, if you know the amount of private jets that are parked in the Asaba International Airport, you will weep for this. So people have this kind of money, and it's all taxpayers' money, looted money. The amount of private jets when engineer moving.
Engineer, you don't even understand the pain.
Yeah.
Supposing now, do you know? Okay, wait. For instance, let's maybe somebody it will make more sense if you think like this. Imagine how much Niger State can make only from agriculture. If Niger State is well nurtured, Niger State will raise 500 trillion a year from only agriculture that we will sell. There was a time, during the COVID, some people in the north were selling food to Niger. Our deputy vice president came out and said that is sabotage for selling food to Niger. Meaning the market is all around. I was here the other day telling you people that the banana we eat in the UK, the banana that have arrived London this morning, either came from South Asia. The other one, now Ghana is even contributing. You know. Somebody went to Ghana, one of the white boys in Ghana, so it's producing banana there, which comes to London on a daily basis. So you see the shipload of banana coming because we can't produce all the banana we eat here in the UK. I'm not talking from another place. Do you know how much only plantain and banana if we use Niger land? Oh, if you plant only cassava, in fact, only China will take all the cassava we can produce. Now, what are we doing? Supposing these governors are now making that amount of money. This private jet, no, they even get 50. I don't mind. Still, but at least create wealth. Create wealth. None of them. That's the thing I want the Mary to learn from us. Oil money is too small. It's too tiny. Yet the people that are leading us, they are blind. And that is understandable. When Buhari saw was oil that time. I tell you now, when I was a child, he was the head of state. He came back. What do you think the man knows? This is a man that got the first appointment. Not blame Buhari. He got the first appointment from Basanjo. He made him a shipping line. He was the head of Nigerian shipping line. All he knew was to sign small people. They make big money. They've never understand anything. They've never been responsible for anything. The money has always come from oil. Nigerian money has always come from. So they don't understand. And the country was small. Now we were a country of about maybe 60 million. Now we are 400 million. The oil money has reduced. So you don't think the money of only the money that was feeding 60 million can feed 400 million? We need to now think outside the box. We now need a younger governor who can see money in the financial sector. I ask a question. What is wrong if Delta State have a bank? Delta Bank, Delta Insurance. In those days, there's Bendel Insurance. In fact, Bendel Insurance end up having a football club. Bendel Insurance Football Club. In those days, we have the New Nigerian Bank owned by Bendel State. Making money for the state. We have the Bendel Line. Making money. I'm sure if it to be now, Bendel forget Bendel Airline. Because in those days, the transport system was maybe by road. Tell me now what is happening between Edo and Delta. Look at these two dead states. You cannot see one single thing raising money. Oh God! If you know the potential in it, like I said the other day on this show, only Edo State can only concentrate on only red oil, palm oil, and they will be making more than 200 trillion in a year. More than. If Malaysia is doing it, why can't we do it? Don't we have enough land? The question is this. Do we have enough land? What a blessing. The blessing in Africa is not here. In this country now. I was telling Mary yesterday. I called Mary. He said it's already dark. I said, it's still very bright. At 9 o'clock, it's bright here. But Nigerian weather is always bright. At 4 p.m., during the winter, it's already dark here. 4 p.m., we're already sleeping because it's dark. So our weather are always changing, but African own is constant. Oh no, only in Africa you wait for water to fall before you water your crops. Europeans don't wait for that. Oh, there's water everywhere. Maybe how can people wait for water till rain fall? Otherwise, your crops could die. That is timidity. That is primitivity. Do you know that's the kind of farming we see farm? Will they wait make rain fall? Whether there's water around you, you don't wait for God. Send down the rain. Oh, and they ask God to send down the rain. God has teach you how to send down rain. What is wrong with us? Maybe if we can only find a way to do irrigation and begin to do things, the land in Africa, maybe the land in Africa, hey, the amount of money we will make from agriculture. But you have only a set of governors that only rely on oil money. and few one from taxation. The tax they're talking about tax now in Delta State because oil company in River State oil company when they pay small taxes. Otherwise they'll go attack innocent women when they road. Innocent women when they carry road, they go set things for road and then be the problem of the government. They want to practice the British system, which is not even working. But our potential, our opportunities is in the soil. Oh, God said, till the land. That is what the instruction of God do. Till your land. And if you till your land, what do you see? How can we be having all these opportunities? And we say, that's when people tell me now that our leaders are corrupt. I say, are they even qualified to be called corrupt? Calling them corrupt will be an insult to corrupt politicians. Calling a Nigerian leader of this time corrupt is an insult to corrupt people. They are not qualified to be called corrupt. They are daft. Akpa. Because how can you have all this one? You cannot make money. You're waiting for only oil. Tinubu will strike. If I try anything for my village, Tinubu not go here. But if you consign oil, Tinubu go tell me that take me out. Now that one consign her. Waiting consign rivers. All the killing in the north not consign Tinubu. Now the one when it happened for River State, now it passed state of emergency because now oil. Oil. You see the problem we have. It's only a problem when it has something to do with oil. And that help us to if we feel educate Tinubu, say Tinubu, we can make a lot of money from agriculture. Where are these bloody ministers? I know they blame the old man again. No, and the Tinubu appointed you. He appointed a very young guy to be in charge of the creative. If that guy go and sit down with Baba, say, Baba, look at how much we can make. Hollywood, Mary. Hollywood generate 1/4 of the biggest economy in the world. The economy of California is bigger than the whole of Africa put together. Africa, only California, and it's coming from film. Now, film that they make for California. Now, we have a young person as the minister of the creative sector in Nigeria. Not between Tinubu and one blame this time, now share the blame. How much is that ministry making? Maybe we'll leave the leaders first now. Maybe we'll talk of the appointees.
You have been talking about them bringing young people. If you still bring young person that does not have a vision, it will still change.
So it's understanding, it's educating. Some of the young, like this boy now, the only thing I was trying to listen to him. You see, this is the problem I have with them. They are young, but he can easily listen to me. If I want to educate him, the young boy, our problem is not really the money they're stealing, that which I could tell him. Our problem is how much they are not making for us. Is the opportunity lost? We say opportunity cost. The alternative forgone. That's what they teach us. Those are the things that we have forgone. Those are the opportunities that were lost. The opportunities that are lost are my problem. If it is how much they steal, should be not our money, may they steal them. I always say to them, don't MFLA buy build us the house they will go take them. The one when they carry go abroad now will they fight. If not, you build them, we'll go take them back at some point. We'll take them back, maybe. All the way they build hotel, we'll go take them back. The day a khaki boy will take over, he go take all this property from them. All the banks they own now, everything they own now, one boy will take it over. Maybe
that's why they're hiding their business and properties now.
No, don't worry. By the time even when they give her to, you know, if you defend them.
They don't use their business in their names. They know how.
Mary, but you know what? Use my name, Mary. If you use my name, if my name not be invisible, where I have seen money to open the business, I go talk. Anything you own, you will tell us how you own it. If our only sanitizing the Nigerian sector financially, many of them will lose it. So they are not my problem. I'm not even worried about them. To be honest, Mary, they are the least challenge we have. The problem we have is having the visionary leaders of tomorrow. No, when I say age will mean a lot because the mindset of the people in power now is too glued to oil. Do you know, Mary, there was something the federal government did in Delta, in some of the area they gave to 14 states. They were giving loan to people to go and open up their palm fruit, their palm oil, their palm plantation.
Yes.
Do you know, Mary, that The projection was that it was going to produce 5,000 billionaires in 5 years. And it was too possible, maybe, too easy. 5,000 billionaires were going to be produced only with the loan scheme. The loan were given to them, not that they were even going to use the money. Before you started, you already made the money. So it's only show me your land. Let us do it. The federal government was sharing that money. The question I asked the federal government, why are you not doing it? Because the people didn't even use the money. Some of them married new wives, Mary. The question I asked the federal government, why can't the federal government?
You can't be asking them why they're not doing it. We want the youth to be empowered, right? Yes. Even if they are doing it for themselves, we will say they are being selfish. They are trying to work on only.
No, it should be state-owned. The state should own it.
I know. The people that they are trying to help, what have they been able to do?
Yes,
that should
they turn it up. They marry new wives. That's what I'm saying. The state government don't need to give money to people in the name of empowerment.
They feel so nonchalant about helping.
No, Mary, this is how you do business with private people. Private is a public-private partnership.
There's a mentality that comes with poverty. There's a mentality that comes. It is only the rich people that understand that if I make more money, I need to invest it. I need to invest in that more money, right? But there's this mentality in the poor mindset that when I make more money, right, let me maybe flex with it, marry more wives. No, they don't think towards investment. And that is why the rich will always become rich. That's the truth.
So what we need is the way then Tinubu was able to have, and if you see then Tinubu, now oil company will get. Now he's going to own the biggest oil well. That's where they made the money. See, Baba, but I'm saying to Tinubu, we're still going to give credit to Obasanjo. Obasanjo owned a farm. Whether we like him or not, Obasanjo is feeding a lot of people.
I said that and he said it's for his own self. At least. Even if it's for his own self, he owned the land or he did not.
Yes.
He did.
No,
even
with
the oil,
even
with the oil, what are the people benefiting from just the oil money? Now we are giving them ideas they can create more avenues to make more money. It's not a way for them to see avenues to be stealing more money.
But because with the oil money, and it's make people say our money now you Steve. But make them make them first. If they not make them, we go see the money. If Oyibo not come show us say money they oil we for no. Not be we discover the oil that Oyibo help us. Now Oyibo see the driller. We know they do anything there. No Nigerian company they drill oil. Now Oyibo they come drill and carry and go. Now the quantity when they say they drill now they pay us. We be a pow. I remember we'll go on the break. When we come back, we'll read the papers before we close the show. Because this show don't confuse us to retire. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, people, we'll take a look at some of the papers. Like we said already, we can see Daily Trust already. It's number one people I want to look at. One of the governor there is clapping for himself for building houses. We should be crying. When intelligent people see things like this, we cry. I know many of you will be praising him. But people like us cry. When nobody want to show me the bridges he has constructed, I was crying. People don't understand. That's what we want to look at. And we're going to look at that tomorrow too. Why we should be crying at construction of bridges. Don't go away. Stay with us.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. Nigeria Week London 2025 is coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
Welcome back, Nigerians. It's a great opportunity for us to talk about us. That's what television is all about. Television is a place where we talk to each other about ourselves. That's my definition of television. It's not a place to have just fun. It's a place where we talk to each other about ourselves. Today, we're talking to each other about ourselves, and that's what we're doing. We're taking a look at what we can do as a people to make our lives better. And to be honest, I got to a conclusion. It got to a place in my life where I said, oh, listen, the time has come when I'm going to look at what is really wrong with the country. It's not the amount of money, because the money they're even stealing is not enough. So the problem is they think it's enough, and they are masturbating themselves over a very small amount of money. But my pain is the opportunities that we have to make, we'll use the word potential. Yes, the potential of the state. Look at what can happen in Katsina alone. Look at Kano. Look at Sokoto. These are mines. Money to be you just need to go on the soil and money will come out. Look at those states. Delta State can plant cassava. We can fish. Do you know how much we'll be selling shrimps to the rest of the world, Mary? Shrimps. We don't need to buy some few boats, go into the sea, catch fish, they sell. Mary, there's no miracle there.
River State, they are doing that one. Because they have a lot.
How much? You know, when I say shrimps, the shrimps that the rest of Europe will eat will be coming from Africa, because our own will be fresh. It's just like the natural one. And if we want to make it better, maybe not be the one with the guess. So today, we are still, like I said before, Africa is still waiting for rain to fall before they will do it, before they will water their plants. Europeans are not waiting. Now they go run the water put. They know the quantity the plant need. That is civilized people. Mary, do you know what we'll do? We just need to carry shrimps. If you come to my village, we have the River Ethiopia. Just block some parts, put your shrimps there, feed them, carry them, they sell. Mary, the God that help Africa, would they look for catfish to eat, Mary? Would they look for catfish to eat? Everybody now going to come to a River Ethiopia. If you block the place, you can't put catfish, Mary. We will feed the whole of Africa. Now we never see fish eat protein on their own. Now God won't blame. Will they go church on Sunday? I know so. People don't go church yesterday, come back. Don't disturb God. I better go read the papers, my daughter. Let's read the papers because we don't have a lot of time.
Okay, we start with the punch.
All right, let's go with punch. I mean, this is we want to start with that.
The big story.
Go on.
The big story on the punch. Greentoe State moved to evacuate flood zones. Niger buries 153. States brace for heavy rains. Citizens pleads for action. Mopa survivors fear disease outbreak. On page 2. Moving forward, still on the punch, we have terrorists eyeing Nigeria. What Africa coastlines, coming from US on page 7. We also have a story here on the punch that says Nigeria's petrol price 55% below West African average, coming from Dangote on page 34. Defamation, Natasha to appear in court Tuesday on page 7. 7 banks reserves with CBN surged to 18.8 trillion naira on page 33. Still on the punch, you see a picture of the president, and the write-up here says trade and economic policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. So we have trade facilitation and industrial support, fiscal reforms and revenue modernization, and lots more. Corporate social responsibility and national development support. Okay, moving forward on the punch, we have NDLEA intercept Saudi bond pilgrims with drugs on page 5. Withheld allocation, Oshun taps project fund to pay local government workers on page 9. And then these are all the stories we have this morning on the punch.
I don't know whether I even want to see anything for that push. We see the talk of drug at this difficult time in our life, you know. But what is the president saying there? The president
is showing us education and healthcare, social investment, environmental sustainability, food security, and then creative economy. So we have corporate social responsibility and national development support, open governance, institutional transparency, economic governance, and okay, and
Mary, let's take the next papers, please. Let's take
now you want to evacuate people because of flood. I wish you have created drainage means at which people won't be suffering from this flood. Will you be suffering now in evacuating people? It's only when there is a problem. That's when they restore themselves.
The bridge in Makwa broke down and everything spoiled. We have, or there's a governor in that state. I hope you know. There's a governor. It's not even about, it's too far to start calling on the president for a state issue. What has the governor of that state been doing? Did they tell you that state they're not collecting tax? They collect tax even to the level of people that sell drink, just beer parlor. If you are not paying that tax, they lock your beer parlor up. I know of many people that own beer parlor that they had to lock them up. You have to go and pay, and they're not paying small money. You pay. The thing is, they wanted to stop the sales of drink in Niger State, right? Which the president intervened and said no, because the state is big and they make a lot of money from the revenue. And what did they do? They had to put a particular amount that if you own a beer parlor, you pay. If you're not paying, they lock it up. And then you go there and meet them, right? And clear off your own debt. Then that is when you can now come back and operate. So
but many, those are good things. But if the state is using the money to solve the problem of the state, no, that is a good thing. You understand? Tax is good.
So the bridge that broke down and took the life of people, water everywhere, you are calling on the president. No. What has the governor been doing? Is he not in the States? Has he not been seeing it? I thought he said he will be the one, he will come out by himself to check on people that carry dreadlock. That if he sees anybody, he's going to take action by himself. He's going to join them in the work, in the job. When your state people are dying there. So what are you telling me? There are things I can call on the president, and there are things that we can start looking into the governors of the state. They should do better.
Is this in Niger State?
Yes. It's in Niger State.
That guy.
You see the flood. Is he not living there? Is Tinubu there?
So they've not seen sign that there is fault with the bridge. For how long? Then it seems like the governor
they can't move.
Not
like it broke down and water is everywhere. Just stay where you are. You can't even move. We don't even know how long it will take to fix it.
Video and when we talk, actually, I'll be talking about young people. This guy is not old though. He's a young man.
Now. Very young.
He's not old.
And he cannot think well. This guy, can't you think well?
Maybe he's not thinking. He's not thinking on his own. He's taking directions from those that he's not supposed to be taking directions from.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put him there. Yeah. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. See, even if you are young, if you are not there on your own, if you are there under somebody, it's the same thing. So what's the essence? It's the same thing. Because if you are accountable to them, if not, the case of River State will repeat itself.
But let's take another paper, daughter. Let's take another paper quickly because we're short of time already.
Okay, we have a Guardian. We've not really been going through Guardian.
Guardian, eh?
Yeah, the Guardian newspaper. 2027. Opposition coalition shops for candidates as APC mocks efforts on page 5. Arewa Grips, Niger flood disaster, Kano accident on page 30. Forum appeals for relocation of Giwa Barracks as ID skills 9 in Borno on page 3. Saudi Arabia evict 205,000 unauthorized pilgrims from Mecca on page 2.
I hope they are not Nigerians, so.
Economy not in crisis says presidency as Afenifere rates Tinubu low on page 3.
And we have more than
Mother allegedly hires thugs to beat vice principal for confiscating son's phone during WAEC on page 2. Subscribers lament as fiber cuts disrupt services nationwide on page 5. Okay. Can see that this whole network is not ordinary. I think I've seen it. Subscribers lament as fiber cut disrupt services nationwide. That's what we are facing. Right as well. ECOWAS at 50, a legacy at a crossroad on page 12. And these are all the stories on the Punch. I can see the governor of Borno State here at the Punch newspaper. That is Zulum.
So who are the opposition? Who are the opposition? Is it the opposition of El-Rufai? Are they the ones shopping? It's like this man is no more with them. What's his name? Shomole. He might be there, but not really there with them. I don't know whether Shomole is still with the APC. No, he's a senator on the APC because he's been outspoken for some time now.
We see that it is. Let's get to next year by God's grace. You will see changes. People you think are together will begin to split. Is it not politics?
Yes.
It's
politics. There will two fights. If I say now, only one man come marry, you know what you go fit cause confusion between you and Evelyn. Make one man they marry two of them. When I go become enemy just now. You understand? So we know how to cause confusion. Only one man carry two of them. Wahala don't they? We go begin fight. So
if you let there not be confusion, no. Yeah, but like his knows. He knows that there's a way to cause confusion. It is well, no.
Amen.
We are not a lot of hidden secrets will start rooting out when it gets close to the election time. That's why hearing this.
They will fight.
Who is a supporter and who is a guest?
But in all,
be very brave.
Let the election be.
El-Rufai is taking for you that is already expired. El-Rufai, you think we need another idiot like you?
I thought he's your man, though. I thought he's your man. Because I wonder why you are not seeing anything wrong with him.
No. El-Rufai is something he can be.
As far as I'm concerned, that man is so tribalistic. So what he did in Kaduna, he's so tribalistic. Forget that his son married from the Igbo land. One of his son, but none of my business. He's so tribalistic. So I don't know how that kind of person wants to fit in.
Oh, his son is married to an Igbo.
Yes, now Onitsha.
All so these Igbo, right?
Even Tinubu's son married Igbo from Anambra. Sheyi, his wife is Igbo. The thing is, where their son fall in love is not my problem, but the mentality that their father has is the issue.
I agree.
It's tribalistic. That's the truth.
And that is one other thing that is eating this country up. Tribalism. Even when it comes to election period.
If I think tribalism can be overcome, I think that of religion is the biggest one. And all of you are victims. Most of you will only like a Christian to be president. Most of you only like a Muslim to be president. Not the capability. In fact, oh God, I wish I can remember or quote all the people who said they have a dream. We should judge a person not by the religion, not by the tribe, but the content of their character and the quality of what they can deliver. Not even their character alone. You can be of good character and be a dead president. Easy, Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck is a good guy, but he's a dead president. We want a smart person. Let me repeat, a smart president. Goodluck, and a very decisive one. Goodluck would have implemented the constitutional that conference that he sent people to. He would have implemented it. Nothing will happen.
No, he had a very agile wife by his side, though. At least the wife was outspoken then.
Who be that?
His wife, Patience. She was.
I'm going to close the show. Oh yeah, if you call Patience's name, we need to close the show now. You don't need to close.
There is God, though. There is God in our land.
There is God.
In fact, that woman, a very primitive woman from Bombay.
Daddy Chris, in whatever way she was communicating, the most important thing is that she was communicating.
I respect her English language. It's not the English. It's her crudity. You know, if I won't get when I go out with, I say, your combination of hard. You are crude. You are timid, and you are greedy. These three things we keep person.
And
You
then
kill
how
because
can
of murder.
how can you say such a thing to somebody?
But not
How
true.
can you call someone that kind of
If
thing?
a woman gets one of them, you go manage her. But if you dare crude, come it, come greedy, you go just sweep you. Because of ordinary mothers when you get in one inheritance with the picking. May God end the show. Thank you very much for joining me, my children. Today is a great day, and we thought we can do something better. But okay, what it is, you know. Thank God we've been able to present something to Nigerians. But the bottom line of what I was trying to say today is we need a young person to be president of Nigeria. Not just a young person, though.
With
The
vision.
person that makes me come up with this guy is this guy with this bright speaking. But sir, young man, the only problem I have is what you see is still a problem. You see, seeing the people that are stealing money, the money they eat, that is not our problem. Oh, hey, Nigerians, our problem is the lack of productivity. God has given us all the things in our land. All we need to do is convert it to money. God cannot do that for us. No amount of prayer going to do that for us. God has done his own part. He created us well, gave us a very fertile land. Either we tap the oil, we plant the land, we grow it now, it's now left for us. Now God will look us as we they die of hunger. You know, consign them. Because God says if you don't even work, make you die. You are a waste to God. You are a waste of space. In fact, some people God creates, they become a waste of space. God wants them to live. Sorry. God not a king. I make some people sit there here. God he has a distaste for lack of productivity. How can God deposit all these things in our land? We see the column every Sunday. Every Friday we go and disturb him. If now you be God, you not go tire for us. You give your children, you give them food, make them eat. They say, call the Baba, make we warm the food. Before we come, wait, make I come warm my food for table for now. God is only telling us to warm the food and eat. Maybe we couldn't warm it. The small one when they did, when they kill each other, God, they look at us and they laugh. The truth is, the oil money is very small. Nigeria is made up of things that can make us billionaires. Every Nigerian will be living rich. It's not from oil alone. All those things you're saying, oh, Nigeria is big, Nigeria is this, it's not going to come from the oil alone. Nigeria can only realize its potential when we have leaders who knows that we have potential, we need to tap on it. That we have to make cassava available, begin to plant, begin to create, begin to industrialize. That is when we're going to be Nigerians. That Nigeria of our dream, that's when it's going to come. It's not going to come with only oil money. If you bring another president and the person they think like Tinubu, we're not going anywhere. It depends. They think like Obori, we're not going anywhere. Because if the money when it comes, you take and construct road finish. What will remain? More no vessel. Money still remain. It not remain. Not be fight. It not remain. It's like I will expect that if I give you money to do anything, I want to see the money growing. It's in the Bible. I brought the instance the other day. God gave us, it was Jesus Christ that gave us that parable. That the kingdom of God could be compared to a man who is going away. He gave 3 equal things to his servant. And said to them, go and use it when I come back. When he came back, the accounting was amazing. But at the end of the story, the one that did well, they take the one when no do, give her to them. Not be me talking about Jesus. That is the kingdom of God. God cannot stand people that cannot produce things. China will continue to get the blessings of God. Because you know what? They've converted what God has given to them into more. Britain, you can see it. Nigeria is still waiting for rain to fall before our... Mary, we see they wait for rain to fall. That's to tell you the place we are. It's a sad one. People that still wait for rain to fall before their crops go grow, those people are not supposed to do this world today. Because God has begun to open knowledge every day. It be like now, I can't suffer from appendicitis can't kill me. God no go forgive me. He go even throw me for hell. Because appendicitis is not supposed to kill anymore. You have people that will just cut it and remove it. In fact, now they go get something sugar me, they will remove it. You understand? These are things that are there. Those knowledge were revealed to man. Out of the quest of man, it was revealed to man. For the good of mankind. Which part of the world are you living in? That's the question of the day. Thank you very much, Evelyn, for joining me. And thank you, Mary. Let's try and get some break because a lot of my phone has been buzzing since I've been here. Let me go and attend to them. Why you guys do other things? Mary, I think we can, I know you are struggling to come back, but I think we should just end it here. Evelyn, what do you have to say to the people? Say something to Nigeria before we close. I will let you and Mary say something before we close the show.
Okay, I feel one reason why China is still growing is that everything they want to use in China, they think of how to make it themselves. They don't think of how to keep importing things. They think of how to everything they use, their daily life, everything, they make sure they want to produce it themselves. So I feel we Nigerians should remove our focus from just importing things and know that there are things we need that we can produce by ourselves that will also attract outsiders to want to come and get from us. So this mentality of always wanting to import things, whatever we need, we can import it. We should take that mentality and get the mentality of us producing stuffs. There are a lot of things we can produce, like you said. If you come to the agricultural side, there are a lot of things we can produce with cassava. We can make gari and all that. If we get palm nuts, we can make palm oil and all that. So there are a lot we Nigerians can focus on in producing rather than just thinking of how to import things. So I feel that's what we should be doing.
That's a good one. Thank you very much. I think nothing can summarize this better.
Yeah.
In international trade, they taught us that if your import is less than your export, then you're a rich economy. Before you do is all you buy with your money, your currency will be dead. That's what we're going through now in Nigeria. Nigerians, we are in an import-oriented economy. It has to stop. Mary, what do you have to tell us before we close the show?
I think Evelyn has said it all. But adding to what Evelyn said, I think this can only happen if our leaders can come back. Because what I'm seeing, they are here, but they are not here. So let them come back and focus on building Nigeria. And with that, we can achieve everything Evelyn said on this show. Thank you.
These two young women just said it all. To be honest, the truth is, you guys need to come back. By the time you as a president believe that abroad is the best place to treat yourself, by the time you now believe abroad is the best way to send your children to school, by the time everything you want to do is from foreign, you cannot even use innocent car. It's too bad for you. It's too low for you. You cannot use your locally made dress. Thank God President Tinubu they wear our dress because it's more beautiful than the West. What is in this? When you dress correct, Tinubu they do well for that one. Now only when you go meet Pope, I see and say dress. I not know the man.
Almost all the presidents we have, whenever they are there, they are always into our traditional ways. That's the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So which is okay. You know that is it. As you that one, eat our Nigerian food. I know so not go feed it to you both food self. It will run your belly. You tell Buhari when they want eat cow, somebody go eat salad, they go confused. So I know say Tinubu they eat. If I was a job, they eat Jebu Gari. They take and they soak Jebu Gari for that Aso Rock that time. So those are the kind of people, which is not bad. See, Oga, stop using our money to send your children abroad, like Evelyn was saying. By the time we spend all our money to do things abroad, there will be nothing left. Oh God. And let's leave our leaders. Let's talk about our institutions. That's what we're going to do tomorrow. The productivity of the Nigerian institution. Mary to take note of that. That is tomorrow's topic. The productivity of the Nigerian institution. I've said it again and again, but I will not even talk about the universities tomorrow. I will talk about the sectors. Because the ministry is an institution of its own. There are so many parastatals in Nigeria. Then we add the universities. If all of you start to be productive, if all of you can just turn the things around and stop thinking like the Nigerian president, you have internally generated revenue. It should be used for productivity. Listen, I was in I just saw some picture of the graduation of Otefe Poly in my place. The rector used the money, he used the money to build used the small money they collected, a lot of money to build one administrative block, and they were praising him. And I was saying to myself, when is this blindness going to stop? will it be out of a place if OTEF Poly have a long-term plan to generate money? They are technically oriented students. Maybe there's nothing they cannot produce as a polytechnic. We need to wake up. Thank you, Nigerians, for joining us. Tomorrow is about the productivity of the Nigerian sector. Let's leave the government aside because they are blind. Like today, we've been able to take away from the show that you are not corrupt. You are not qualified to be a corrupt politician. You are too blind to be called a corrupt politician. You're daft. Somebody that sees money and sits swimming around him and cannot make the money and is eating the small one that is there that is not enough. That person is a daft. It's not a corrupt politician. So we have daft as politicians today. We have daft as leaders. We need to leave them tomorrow. And hope a young boy will come. And let's look at how much we can even make if the sectors begin to make money. I'm coming to you, Mr. Minister. If Tinubu not make money, your ministry not make money. Tinubu tell you cannot make money for your ministry. That's what we're going to look at tomorrow. Do you know how much the sport ministry will make for us, Mary? How much the agriculture will make? How much the creative will make? How much information will make? Hey, tell me which sector that will not make enough money. Mining. We're not define it. Define it. Only branding Nigeria alone. Foreign affairs will make money. Tell me which one that is not supposed to make money for Nigeria. How much are you making for Nigeria today? That's tomorrow's topic. I know you will not want to hear this, but we have to deal with these issues. We might end up classifying you like our leaders, that you are not even qualified to be called corrupt, that you are daft. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining me. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. Nigeria Week London 2025 is coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@superiorradioandtelevision.com. SRTV Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.